When my family forced me into an arranged marriage, I bypassed all the arrogant billionaire heirs and chose the only doctor in the bunch. Only after we got married did the truth slowly dawn on me. He was exactly like that tragic doctor friend from those cheesy romance novels. The one who constantly gets dragged out of bed in the middle of the night to treat the main character's runaway lover. After witnessing this ridiculous scenario play out a few times in real life, I completely abandoned any romantic notions of building a real relationship with him. But what I never expected was that he could suddenly read my mind. For people born into our circle, an arranged marriage is a card we always knew we would have to play. It was a fair trade. In that regard, I considered myself incredibly lucky. I actually got to choose my own groom, provided he came from the designated pool of trust fund heirs. I did my research. One candidate was hopelessly entangled with his ex who had moved to Paris, a classic case of chasing a ghost. Absolutely not. Another was currently playing a toxic game of hide-and-seek with a runway model he kept in a penthouse downtown. Pass. A third had just bought a yacht for an actress twice his age. No, thank you. After crossing off the disasters, I thought of Andrew. The few times I had seen him at charity galas, he had always seemed the picture of quiet elegance. His name sounded like the perfect fit for a brooding billionaire CEO, yet he was the only man in his circle of heirs who didn't run a company. Andrew was a doctor. He fit the part perfectly. He spoke with a gentle, measured cadence, and he always looked impeccably clean and put together. Our match came together with ridiculous ease. Within a month, I went from a girl who had never even held hands with a boy to a married woman. On our wedding day, I moved into the townhouse he had bought for us. The warm beige decor and minimalist aesthetic suited his calm demeanor perfectly. After showing me around the place, Andrew led me to the door of the master bedroom. His voice was soft and warm. Even though this is an alliance, I don't want our marriage to be a hollow contract. I want us to take our time, get to know each other, and build something real. He pointed toward the guest bedroom across the hall. I'll sleep in there. Don't feel pressured. I won't touch you until we both feel ready. I closed the door to my new room and let out a breath. To be honest, he was far better than I had anticipated. Even though I had never heard a whisper of scandal about him, his closest friends were all notoriously high-maintenance playboys with a penchant for keeping dramatic side pieces. Birds of a feather usually flock together, but Andrew seemed entirely different from them. 2 months flew by in a blur of domestic peace. One evening, after a long shower, I lay on my bed and stared at the ridiculously sheer lace nightgown draped over the vanity chair. My heart began to hammer against my ribs. Andrew was a perfect gentleman, completely content to keep his hands to himself. But I wasn't a saint. I was 24, and my romantic experience was practically non-existent. But my mind was firmly in the gutter. I had a gorgeous, tempting husband living right across the hall. Why on earth was I voluntarily living like a nun? Besides, during these past 2 months, we had fallen into a beautiful rhythm. He was home by 6 every evening. We shared cozy, quiet dinners. We spent weekends wandering through museums, and he would sit patiently in the salon while I got my nails done, or curl up on the sofa with me to watch terrible soap operas. I had to admit, I was falling for him. One afternoon, while out shopping with my friends, I glanced at my phone and realized it was already 5:30. A sudden, instinctual thought flashed through my mind. I need to go home. The thought made me pause, a strange, complex wave of emotion washing over me. I realized I was no longer calling the townhouse a house. In my mind, it had become home. I had developed a deep, unexpected sense of belonging to that space, and to Andrew. I had grown up watching the chaotic, miserable marriages in our social circle. My own parents were a masterclass in dysfunction, with my father parading a revolving door of mistresses and my mother pretending